Hello and welcome to my latest weekly video news from Madison's. Well, Bank of England, they held base rate last year, the 6th month consecutively that they have now held it at 5.25%. Last month when they met, there was a vote. There's 9 members in the committee that vote on what they're going to do with base rate. And 8 of those members voted to hold. 1 said we should have a cut. This time, 7 voted to hold, 2 had a cut. And Andrew Bailey, governor of the Bank of England, came out afterwards and said, definitely hinted that a cut is on the horizon, but he wants to make sure inflation stays low. It's at 3.2% at the moment. The government's target is to have it down to 2%. It's certainly going in a downward trajectory, but not quite at a level that makes them feel confident enough to cut just yet. It might come on the 21st of June when they meet next. I'm not sure. August, September, definitely more likely, I think, but who knows? The market, the prices are stubbornly holding, actually. They're not increasing. There's an awful lot of activity and energy in the market at the moment. It's a very good market. But because of those higher mortgage rates, which borrowers are having to contemplate, that is keeping prices down, definitely. And that's, of course, what they're trying to control. They don't want it to go out of control. Mortgage lenders, actually, quite a few of them, increased their rates over the last few weeks, mainly because of demand. There is so much demand flooding through. They sense an economy that's overheating. They have to act prudent now, and so they put their rates up slightly. So that definitely sent a little bit of a jitter in the market. I had one deal that collapsed as a result of that. Ridiculous, but there we go. Don't ever get me started on that. If you can afford it now, what's your fix into a good rate? Anyway, but yes, so it's a little bit jittery market because of those mortgage rates, which are holding at the moment. If it starts to come down, they'll probably, I think, want to time it around more the summer. It's exactly so the market doesn't overheat too much. General election approaching. So yes, staying as is for now, but let's watch this space on what happens. General election, talking about that. Over in Wales at the moment, of course, they have their own Welsh Parliament, and they are addressing council tax. So this is a really emotive subject. It's something that Tony Blair wanted to address back in 2005. He dropped it because of a huge backlash. David Cameron was going to have a look at it in 2010. He equally walked away when he worked out that 7 million households would be quite a bit worse off. And it's all because of the fact that it's felt that the valuation system is largely out of date. The amount of money you pay on your council tax is based on a valuation that was completed in 1991. So quite a while ago. You might have changed quite a bit about your house. I recently knocked my house down, built a new house. There's no doubt the value improved. It was actually revalued by the valuation agency. So I did go up. So occasionally they know about stuff, but there's a lot of improvements and things that happen that they just don't have the capacity to deal with. Now, what Wales is doing is they are embracing new technology, looking at satellite and street views to provide an automated system on property values. And it's hoped that it will address the imbalance of the wealth of certain properties. And they're looking to basically increase the council tax. If you live in an area in Wales that has a low crime rate and really good education and facilities, you would be expected to pay more on your council tax to benefit from those particular features. Now, Sir Keir Starmer, he's being a bit cagey on it. He said he's not going to increase taxes. He's not making a comment on what will happen in council tax in England, but there is no doubt that the feeling is he is using Wales and what the Welsh Parliament are up to as a blueprint to see if he should do something similar in England, if, of course, Labour come to power in the autumn general election. It'll be interesting to see, won't it? It's a very outdated system, but quite expensive for many people, I feel. My council tax is actually pretty expensive. So yeah, I think for all of us, we're feeling the pinch still on certain things. So let's watch this space on that one. Well, it was great to see the Tunbridge Wells Literary Festival so well supported. I headed off to watch Lenny Henry up at the Assembly Halls with my husband, James, which was just a lovely, lovely evening. Very gentle, very nice. I do think we should do as much as we can to support our fabulous town with these initiatives. And there is so much going on. The best place to always go to, I think, is the wonderful My Tunbridge Wells. It has the best what's-ons ever. They write articles on what to do with the kids on a rainy day, all sorts of things. So a really, really great source of information of what's going on. And watch this space, because next week you'll see my latest vlog on it, which is all about the changing needs of the family. I'm going to record it right after this. I'll be wearing the same outfit. So yeah, the changing needs of the family buyer. So do check out my vlog next week on the My Tunbridge Wells website, which is a great source of information, as I've said. 2 properties I have for sale for you. I've picked them because they both begin with a the, and then the next word begins with a G, but they're really different tentative stuff here in the property world at the moment. So the first one, the Granary, beautiful, beautiful property out Nettlested Way. It's fabulous. It's nestling in beautiful countryside, has so much to give. House is really spacious, a separate annex, paddocks and land around you, lovely gardens. It is beautiful. On at a guide of 1.5 million. And then complete the other end of the scale, the Grove, Grove Avenue, near to the Grove. I had to find a tenuous link. It's on at a guide of 500,000, and this epitomises town centre living. It's a really, really nice, cool maisonette apartment with its own separate garden, beautifully landscaped, beautifully presented, allocated parking, steps away from the high street. Lovely town centre property. Either of those of interest, give us a call. I hope you have a great week, and I'll look forward to seeing you next week. Bye-bye.